Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the news update. I am Agatha Egwari Uju. Our report just reaching us says President Muhammadu Buhari has directed all ministers seeking elective position to resign their appointments before Monday 16th of May 2022. We'll bring you details in our subsequent bulletins. Arrangements have been concluded to pay compensations to remaining 227 persons in some communities in Edo State affected by Azura Power Plant project location. The chairman of the Committee on Compensation from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, stated this while briefing State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu on activities of the committee. Peter Oibu reports.
The Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu commended the transmission company for a peaceful resolution as he called for a meeting between TCN and the host communities.
This project is one of those projects that are iconic and projects that actually create wealth and development not only for the country but for our state. And that is why we are also passionate about having the project concluded so that we all, as a state and as a country, benefit from it.
The committee revealed that it's now set for the company to begin the project in the state, as 85% of compensations have been paid to the host communities as claims. The committee also appealed to the deputy governor to intervene on some people rejecting their claims after evaluations which may impede the project. In another separate meeting, the Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, received members of the Akoko Edo Forum, led by the chairman, Charles Jagon. They were in his office to seek for government intervention in the development of the local government as they recount some challenges facing the locality. These include lack of water supply, which is due to shutdown of the Ojirame Dam in the area. The Deputy Governor, who assured the forum of government support, stressed that government will not play politics with the issue of development in the state.
What we care is to have a system that work for all of us, not a system that work for the few, a system that work for the majority of our people. And that is why we want to bring the local government to the speed of the state, where if we say we have done X, the local government too has said we have done it.
He also assured the forum that the present administration will continue to pursue policies that will benefit the people of the state. In Benin, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
Talking education now, in a bid to properly carry out various duties and roles assigned to heads of divisions, management of Edo State University Zaire has organized a one-day workshop for all heads of departments, deans and directors in the university. Victor John Archer reports that experts in various fields were on ground to deliver lectures.
State University of Zaire is known for regular training of staff in various fields of study, both academic and non-academic staff. Like the saying goes, no knowledge is lost and no one is too big to learn, as learning is a continuous process. This is why the Vice Chancellor, Professor Emmanuel Aluyo, and the management staff of the university, heads of departments, deans of faculties and directors are gathered in this hall to learn new things on how to carry out various roles assigned to them. Experts from various fields spoke on what is expected of leaders and managers at the university level.
As a formal organization, there are duties, responsibilities, sanctions, etc. that apply to that system. Each university, especially ours here, should adopt and adapt special list of qualities and styles of leadership that will best suit it according to the circumstances and peculiarities that the university finds itself.
Other speakers spoke on the university financial regulations and prudent management of departmental resources, channels of communication and proper handling of official documents, as well as the role of various stakeholders in the university examination process. The Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Emmanuel Aluyo, who believes that regular training is necessary, said no one is employed as head of division in any establishment, and as such, there is need to train the handlers of various positions to be properly guided on how to function in their given duties.
As you know, in the university system, the provost, deans, directors, and heads of departments are different management layers in the university. With the robust interaction that has taken place, we know that staff who manage those positions will do better going forward.
The management of the university believes that the best way to go and achieve a world-class institution is through regular training. In Uzarwe, Victor Odion Acha, NTA News.
The more than 3 months old strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, will continue another 12 weeks as the union and government are yet to meet to renegotiate an earlier agreement. Paul Omukagu was at the University of Benin for an update.
The industrial action started as a 4-week warning strike with the hope that both parties would have resolved their differences before the deadline. The inability for the union and the negotiating team of the government to dialogue led to further extension of the strike by 8 weeks. In between this period, students of the University of Benin under the National Association of Nigerian Students, NAF, embarked on solidarity protests with an appeal to government and ASU to call for a truce, all to no avail. While hopes were high that the industrial dispute would end, ASU, after a series of consultations, decided to extend it by another 12 weeks, an action some say is tilting towards an indefinite strike action.
All we had been saying since 2021 was that the federal government should now come, study that document. If there are still issues they think need adjustments or modification, they should let us know, and then we'll sign, and then they can begin implementation, which they have refused to do up to this moment. It was for this reason that in February of this year, our union was forced to call a strike to attempt to pressurize government to now sign and implement that document.
Meanwhile, students of the University of Benin who took to the streets to express their grievances say they are studying the current situation for the next line of action.
Our agitations and our prayers might not be answered anytime soon if we don't keep protesting and if we don't keep airing our grievances. If we keep quiet, our destiny might be quiet.
We will continue to protest and demonstrate until our cries are heard and until the educational sector is taken as a priority in this country.
The industrial action is a fallout of an earlier agreement between both parties, which ASU is demanding renegotiations on issues relating to condition of service, funding, and autonomy of universities. In Benin, Paul Omukagu, NTA News.
In the meantime, President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, has urged the Academic Staff Union of Universities to end its 3 months industrial action, describing the recurrent strike as a huge challenge to Nigeria's socio-economic development. Senator Lawan granted audience to the executive of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, led by Methodist Bishop and President Vision Africa, Bishop Sunday Onuoha, where he promised that the Senate will make concerted effort to ensure that ASU and the federal government are back to the negotiating table.
Decided that they are not happy and they will go to the street to express that they no longer want to stay at home, they want to go back to school. When I spoke to them and they accepted to wait and to meet with you, it means they have faith and absolute confidence in what these hallowed chambers can do.
Because we made a press conference on the 1st of this month that no political party will have their primary in Abuja here if ASU matter is not being resolved.
We make concerted and sustained efforts
to bring back ASU and the federal government back to the negotiating table so that we are able to resolve as quickly as possible those issues that are now very naughty and have stopped our universities from being opened. That is now making our students walking the streets all over the country. But I want to appeal to you too. Since we are going to make efforts to bring back everybody to the negotiating table, you should give us a chance to do that.
Senator Lawan observed that the 2009 agreement between ASU and the federal government has been the main cause for the recurring industrial conflict, describing the agreement as unrealistic. Just a quick reminder that this news is streaming live on our YouTube channel NTA Benin, and for any breaking news or happenings in Edo State or anywhere around you, you can reach out to the newsroom of NTA Benin on 09153559648, or you can send chat on WhatsApp to the same number. We have more reports after this break. Stay with us.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Rendeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Rendeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Rendeki Royal Hotel at 6 Uhenuyi Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.rendekihotels.com. Rendeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Do you live in Aduawa and its environment? Or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your other events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters, TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art, fully air-conditioned, ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set to ensure constant power supply. We also have the NTA Pavilion for all your outdoors events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secure. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your event live. And above all, you can air your event on our award-winning programs like Events and Style. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Thank you for staying on. The 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination across the country entered its 5th day today. Somtochukwu visited some JAM centers in Benin City and reports on the exercise so far.
In some of the centers visited, the computer-based examination has started by 7 o'clock in the morning with 250 candidates per each section. NTA camera lens captured some of these candidates waiting for their section. It was observed that some candidates were being admitted into the exam hall with strict compliance to COVID-19 protocol. Although newsmen were denied access into the halls, some candidates who finished writing the examination were interviewed.
It was the things that I read and understood that I was able to answer.
Question there is, if you didn't read it like 2 times, you're not going to understand it because it's somehow complicated.
Very peaceful center, no problem. Even the security, they coordinate themselves very well. Even our children, they didn't run hater-scatter. All the computer that is here is working perfectly.
With this examination, one question on the lips of these candidates is what their fate be following the lingering ASUU strike.
Pray that the government will try as much as possible to make sure that they call off the strike so that these incoming students will not start experiencing what their colleagues are experiencing before.
That one should be a federal government issue, but the way we are looking at it is, since most of the private universities are not on strike, so people that still choose private university, they will still get admission.
They are hoping for a peaceful resolution soon. In Benin, Somtochkunweke, NTA News.
And talking politics now, a lot of intrigues and surprises have trailed the increasing number of Nigerian politicians seeking to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari as Nigeria's president, despite the high cost of parties' nomination forms for the office of the president. Some Benin residents who added their voices to the debate also expressed surprise over the development. Judah Bugu tells us more.
The pegging of presidential nomination forms at 100 million and 40 million naira by the two major political parties, the APC and the PDP, ordinarily would have discouraged many interested persons from vying for the position. This was, however, not the case, as a number of aspirants continued to increase by the day, thereby exceeding the number of aspirants recorded in 2019. Considering the prevailing economic situation in the country, many Nigerians are shocked to hear the number of aspirants and amount of money generated by the two major political parties from the sale of presidential nomination funds.
Where did they get that money? They will take their right hand chop, take their left hand chop, take their whole body chop, take their leg chop, take this leg chop. They're not a belly full.
Goes to show that we have a lot of powerful men in Nigeria instead of having strong institutions. But in Nigeria, it is in the opposite, where you have strong men, where a lot of persons can dole out a whopping sum of 100 million naira to purchase a presidential nomination form. It's a very, very sad development.
The arrangement, respondents believe, is to favor the political class, but this, they say, is to the detriment of ordinary Nigerians, especially the youths.
What do you expect of a candidate paying 100 million? By the time he spends money for, buying the form, then spend money for campaigning and consultation, when he gets to the office, definitely he wants to compensate himself. So I think it's too exorbitant for even an ordinary Nigerian.
If there is anybody that wants to govern this country, that wants to rule this country, the political parties should make form available for them free. The 100 million naira now to buy form. When they get there, when they get to the office, maybe they borrow the 100 million naira. When they get to the office, 4 years, they will loot this country dry.
Where is the place of the youth? How can a youth, raise 100 million naira to purchase a nomination form? Of course, we know that is an impossibility.
As of Tuesday, May 10, the All Progressives Congress had a total of 20 presidential aspirants. The People's Democratic Party, on the other hand, has 17 presidential aspirants against the 13 it had for 2019 general elections. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
And causes of infertility in women is a topic for this week's Seri Half-Hour sponsored program on NTA Benin. The leader, Center of Excellence in Reproductive Health Innovations, Seri, University of Benin, Professor Friday Okonofua, features as usual to educate the public more on issues surrounding infertility in women. He says 70 to 80%, according to global reports, reveal that infertility can be addressed if properly conveyed to the right medical practitioner and not through alternative medicine. Abortion, when not properly done, is another factor, he says, causes infertility.
And also, infertility can be due to problems in the man and also problem in the woman or problem in both. And there is a particular type of infertility where after investigating both man and woman, we found no cause, and we call that unexplained infertility. But in our country, we have found out that women who have had previous history of abortion are 6 times more likely to have infertility as compared to women who have never had abortion in the past, which is unsafe abortion I'm talking about.
And many other causes and recommendations Professor Okonofor addressed on this first episode of Infertility. Join us at 5 o'clock this evening for a full package and a repeat broadcast at 9:30 in the morning on Monday. Sports will conclude the bulletin. That's after this break. Stay with us.
Join us every day on NTA Benin Network Center, Channel 7, VHF. Star Times on Channel 103. You can log on to our social media handles: YouTube, NTA Benin, Facebook, NTA Benin, Twitter, NTA Benin 1. For breaking news, call our news desk on 091 535 59648. NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
Hello there. Welcome to the newest lounge in the Asian city of Benin, Hyperion Lounge, a lounge with good food, music, drinks, karaoke, networking, exclusive for VVIP, and a relaxed environment to meet the right people. Hyperion Lounge is situated at rooftop floor, which has a panoramic view of the city. Visit us at 76 Akpakava Central Hotel, Efedosa Signature, opposite First Bank, Benin City. For seat reservation, call 091 511 1123. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyperion Central. Email info@hyperioncentra@gmail.com. All COVID-19 guidelines is strictly adhered. Hyperion Lounge, exclusivity redefined.
Time now for sports update with Solumide Eguntola.
Football Federation have 44 days to pay over 156 million naira compensation fee to former Super Eagles coach Kenneth Rowe or risk incurring additional fines. The coach had approached FIFA over what he described as unjust termination of appointment. From the English Premier League, Liverpool will have another opportunity to close the gap on the log behind Manchester City Tuesday night with an away date against Aston Villa. And from the Spanish League, Barcelona will take on Celta Figo Tuesday night, same for Granada against Athletic Bilbao. In volleyball, the 3 fixtures of the ongoing 2022 African Men's Clubs Volleyball Championship indicate that Espoir of Congo will take on Mada University of Ethiopia, as Club Olympic of Kilibia has a date with FAP of Cameroon. Nigeria Customs with 2-set lead lost 2-3 to Port Douala of Cameroon on Monday. With sports updates, Olumide Gotola, NT News.
And that's it on this segment of the news update. Translation in Edo language is next. I'll see you again at 7 p.m. for the main news bulletin. Until then, do have a pleasant day. Good afternoon.
Coronavirus, also known as COVID-19.